What's going on, everybody? Doc here, Average Gamer Guys, back again. Free to play, Last Day on Earth. I did not intend that this was actually going to happen so quickly. No face cam. We'll probably merge this together with some other stuff where I will be back on cam. But I had to just hit this right when it happened, interestingly enough. So we have been running around. We've been working towards getting our second raid. We just, maybe 8 hours or so ago did our first raid. We came back to the base for the first time after running to Limestone Ridges, and we actually got our first revenge raid. Very interestingly. So, first raid, coming back. We hit it. I will pop up the screenshot of everything that they took, which was just beautifully here from our bait chest. They did take our broken pieces of armor. They did take all of our spears. I actually think they grabbed a few from the pickup truck. And then I think we had 1 or 2 weapons inside of that. And that was it. So they broke this down. I just want to showcase this because I think it's important for folks to realize what will get you a revenge raid and what will help with that. So showcasing this, again, we have knocked out a few tasks. We've been working towards finding Deadface, just again, utilizing some downtime that we had. But let me show you what they did to the base here. So we'll go around. Our base essentially stayed intact, which was really, really nice. We hit some enemies over here that got in and attacked. We had a broken wall right here, right by the ATV. They did come in. They chopped through quite a bit of our wood walls here, but they didn't break the inner perimeter, which was really nice. And I think they did 2 walls here, so 2 exterior stone walls that we'll have to repair. That was it. That was the extent of the damage. They did break a whole bunch of these walls down, so let's just take a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I think I had one here, 27. I didn't have one here, I don't think, but one, I don't remember, call it 27, 28. So 28 of our wood walls got broken down here. I didn't have one here, interestingly enough. So 28 of our wood walls, 2 of our stone walls, they didn't break into the interior here. They basically just did some damage. They took our bait chest. And again, we ended up getting a revenge raid out of this. So we will be rebuilding this. The nice part here, we will delete that. We'll get some supplies back from this. We will go ahead and delete this and get some supplies back. We're very quickly going to rebuild our wood walls here just to make sure that we stay secured. That part is important. We want to make sure that we don't have any issues from that. There is a world in which we could go and do this other raid and run into another revenge raid very quickly. So we want to just make sure we're stockpiled here. We've got every defense that we can. But that overall is pretty good. I'm actually really happy our defense held up. That part is nice. So I'm very happy with that. Again, we'll just put a wood wall there just so that they have something. That way we're not totally defenseless. I am out of wood. That's not good. We need some more wood. We will grab some more wood as we jump in there. But let's just really quickly pop out. I want to take a look to see. Again, we should have a revenge raid pop up here. We do. And there we go. ALE 746. So we're actually going to go ahead. We'll do some research. I'm going to just jump right into this. See if we can get another good raid here. And we'll showcase that with you here in just a second. All right, my friends, we are ready to jump in to this base. I want to talk about a couple of things that I did here really quickly, just as an additional help as we get onto a raiding journey here. So again, this is a revenge raid. We can tell that by the footsteps. The other thing, again, that I do keep in mind, that, and I'm probably going to go ahead and get this complete right after this, is I want to be able to set up and essentially try to work our skulls up. Now, every time you raid, you're going to get a skull. The higher the skulls, the more likelihood that you're going to get a revenge raid, which is, again, good for us because they turn into these free bases where we don't have to complete any tasks. We just get an opportunity. We have an 8-hour timer to go knock this out. Now, I think I'm still maybe at the tail end of this timer. I actually think it might have expired. The thing is that we were able to walk to this base and basically kind of hold it. Now, I'm not going to do the suicide trick. A couple of comments in the last video on our last raid. I'm not going to do the suicide trick here. This should be a pretty easy base for us to take down. Decent supplies inside, but it'll be just nice to get our skulls up. And then from that point, I'm going to work Limestone Ridge, and I'm going to try to go and wait as long as I can, but we may end up going ahead and using some of our rations to reset the farm so we can do the chest. That's going to then give us a second raid, be able to jump into that, get to 2 skulls, and then hopefully from there, we can kind of just keep working it and see what we can get. So let's jump into the base here. Ale 746s. This isn't going to be a crazy one, but should have some decent stuff in it. I think we're pretty well prepared for it. It's just going to be a lot of basic, really kind of basic materials, to be honest with you. We got a couple of chests on the outside, a few things that we'll break down. I want to go ahead and break this right quick. So get us on the inside here. We will have to break this. Grab some wood here. We might end up having to go ahead and get an additional axe or hatchet or 2 from here, but we will see. Decent little base here. Nothing to be too excited about. Nothing too super terrible either. We can actually go ahead and probably grab some of our spears if we want to do that. That way we can just drop those back into our, what do you call it? Into our bait chest when we get back. I chose the bat. The bat was probably not a good idea. I'm hitting these floater bloaters, which is really interesting because they are not the closest zombie to me. These other 2 regular zombies are, but listen, I just play the game, okay? So there's that. All right. It's all well, fine, and good. I don't think we want any of that. That is a few of the things that we brought in. There's a limestone on the ground randomly right there. We might break this down. Let's go ahead and chop some crates. I should really go ahead and do self-healing here. I'm going to definitely take all of these basic materials. I don't care too much about that. We can heal up with some carrots, so that'll be nice. I definitely also want this and this, and there were some heals there, which is really nice. So again, nothing like super crazy here in this base, but we'll get some good stuff, some good usable stuff for us. I guess these are full stacks, so we'll just take those. Might end up taking this tire, this just saves us some time, honestly, is really all that it does. I definitely want these, definitely want that. Really don't need the spears. We can make those very easily at the base. Probably makes sense to do something like this. We could use the spears as well, but all right, and then we got this chest. This might trigger, yeah, the next set of zombies. So take these guys down. Use this bat up, use our crowbar up. A little bit more effective there. Take out the little guys. And once we get this knocked out, we're pretty well set for this base. Lost our armor, that's not great. We're gonna end up using a lot of our heals here, but that's okay. Not too concerned about that. Well, that was not the ideal weapon to swap to, but you know what? It did end up working for us, so I can't be too mad, I guess. Take this off here. I like the swap. The auto swap is actually really nice. I do genuinely enjoy that. That was kind of funny though. I guess we take this. We can always throw this on. We could throw this crappy armor that we've got scattered around here on just to have it. Just in case. Now we got some armor. Now, what more do we want is really the question here we're asking ourselves. I think we'll go ahead. We'll break this down. Nothing in there, unfortunately. Not really too worried about either of those. And pop around. We could always just pop this. No, nothing there. We could search both of those if we want. Really not seeing anything else. I think there was this rack right here we can... Oh yeah, that's nice. We'll take that. We're pretty well full up. I mean, what I could do is I could drop this right here. Let's just see if there's any other materials that we can grab. Could grab that. We could, again, we could always just grab a spear. Grab some rope. I really don't need the rope. I think I'll take like the ball bearings maybe. And maybe instead of that, maybe these 12 bolts. Nothing crazy. Again, this isn't, you know, this wasn't one of the crazy raids where it was super, super good. But the nice part, again, is it's a free raid for us. It's a free raid. This is what we're going to end up picking up here. I'm in the way a little bit of a USB drive, but not bad. Some basic materials. We get some more leather. Leather's really helpful for us. Could always eat one of the carrots. I really don't think there's much else for us to grab here. Let me actually search... Let me search this really quick. This might trigger the zombies. Yeah, there it did. All right, we're just going to get out of here. We'll pop out of here. Easy. Now, the beautiful part about revenge raids is the fact that we don't have to give up anything. We don't have to give up a single thing when we get back to the base. So raiders aren't going to ask us for anything. Let's just run back here. We're queuing this down. We just hit our reset for wrecked ship, so we want to go knock that out really quick. And I think we're in pretty good shape. I do need to run back and forth to Limestone Ridges here. Try to grab Dead Face. Get that done. But you'll see, again, we've got a timer. So we've got 24 hours on this. So we're just going to try to move pretty quickly and knock these last two tasks out. The sooner we can do that. What I'm going to really probably do is use up all of our energy here. Just run back and forth to Limestone Ridges. We'll farm that because that makes sense. And then once we get that done, we can go, depending on how much time we have left, we'll just probably reset the farm with our rations. We'll run over there. We'll hit the blue chest, kind of clear that location, and should be in pretty good shape to to knock that out. Now, what I do want to do here is I would like to refill that. We got to get set up to queue in another revenge raid. So we should go ahead and set this up. The best way, again, what we did is we just put, really just put spears in there and a couple of pieces of broken armor. And that was enough. That was enough to get it done. And I think we'll try to rinse and repeat that exact thing here. Let me put a few things away. Just get organized. Organized step. Again, we can sacrifice some of the armor, but honestly, I'll probably just really use about everything we had here and a crappy piece here. I want to go ahead and do this up. I'm going to just break that down, I think. That makes sense for us. I do need some wood. We have been grinding a lot of pine. Keep getting this good, nice and well stockpiled. Also been grinding up leather. We used a bunch of our leather, which was really good. Got enough, I think, to make a couple of bandages. We will do that. Take these off. All right. So again, what I'm going to do here, set up our bait chest. I don't mind to drop this in here. If we do get raided, it is what it is. But we'll drop these in. And then I think last time I did like 6 of these. We're going to do 4 this time. That should be more than enough. It's the blue mods on these that are really the thing that tips this over the edge for some reason. Whatever the reason for that is, the modifications on that really do add to the we'll call it the, I mean, it's a point value is how it works, but it adds to the point value, and that attracts them. Now, do keep in mind for revenge raids, the reason we are seeing some of those items is because they're going to take them and then they randomly swap out other things in the base that you end up raiding for the items that they pick up. So it's kind of an interesting thing. There's a world in which if you wanted to try this, you could. There's a world in which you could put other stuff in there in your bait chest that you could very likely get back, but that's going to be super dependent on the raid, and I would not recommend that. But a lot of times if you drop, like, for instance, an electronic circuit in there, and that small base where we just did, where we knocked everything out, we took care of all the chests, you would likely have been able to pick that back up because it would replace an item and then you would be able to grab it. So a lot of times you don't lose out on that stuff. That's not a guarantee by any means, so do keep that in mind. I don't want to give any bad advice there, but that is something that you could consider doing, and wouldn't have to worry. I'll say you wouldn't have to worry too much about it, is a fair way of saying it. So, all right, well, that is where we are sitting. We need to farm up some wood. We need to farm up some more stone. That's a something that we need to work on, because we are continuing to refine our base here. So let's talk about it right here really quick. We're pretty well situated. We got, again, our exterior. Our base worked this last time to get this revenge raid, as you saw at the start of the video, and we really did get impacted too bad by that, which is nice. They broke down 2 of our walls. We did not get a chance yet to build everything back. I am still missing this one wall to get upgraded, and that's in large part because when a wall gets destroyed, you don't get the same materials back. If you go to destroy it or it gets destroyed, you don't get the same materials back when you essentially delete it and then are able to rebuild it. So we need to go farm some oak, or some oak, excuse me. We need to go farm some oak, get some oak planks to be able to rebuild this up to a stone wall. So that's something that will be on our to-do list. The other thing that I do want to do is I'm going to use up some of my wood here. We'll just pile that down. I need to just fill in these couple of spots, and then we are pretty well back in business, back to where we needed to be. So that is really nice. And then the other thing that I have been doing, I talked about this, is I'm just going to start working to get all stone floors. The big thing that I want to be able to do is upgrade all of our chests to the next capacity. That's going to be really important for us, especially as we start raiding here. Capacity becomes really, really important. If we get like a really good raid, and for instance, we're able to get just a full stack of, med kits or weapons, we want to make sure that we have plenty of capacity to drop into the base and to be able to store that stuff. So that's my big push right now, is just getting basically our interior of our base fully built up here with stone floors. Now, the other thing that's going to end up happening is I will very likely be building an inner perimeter of stone walls as well. So I am going to probably start working on that. I'm going to do that really slowly, but as we get supplies and as we're able to raid and hopefully hit some really effective raids for some of those materials, that's what I'm going to work on. And what that would essentially allow me to do is not have to worry too much about all of the lattice work or even the exterior walls as much. So certainly we don't want to keep ourselves or let ourselves be impacted too greatly. But if I can create essentially just a nice interior stone wall, basically that runs along this line, probably up here, around here, and then down, and then around this way some way, and just kind of box this out. That will give me a lot more confidence that we'll be extra safe. It's very, very difficult for the AI to get through an exterior stone wall, a few additional even wood walls, and then another stone wall, and really have a big impact on the base. I feel like that's a really, really solid base design. So that's really what we've been focused on. We're trying to do that. Again, I'm trying to kind of focus on where we have chests placed, and I actually think we're complete with that. So we can just kind of start filling in the gaps. And I'm going to do that. And as you can see here, one of the big things that I need is now bricks, stone bricks. So we need to get that continue to level up. But you can see we've made really nice progress here. We've got a lot of it filled in already, and we're kind of just moving ourselves along here, and should have some success with knocking that out. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to see if we can't get Deadface really quickly, get our next raid queued up, and maybe bring that to you in this episode. So we're going to work at it. So we'll see you in a second. All right. So we've made it very, very quickly, actually. So we did use some of our rations to go ahead and reset the farm, but we found Deadface actually really, really quickly. I think it only took us maybe two quick run back and forth to go ahead and jump into this. So we're going to hit player 5516 base for our second, actually really our third raid of our free-to-play account. Now this is again going to be one pretty moderate, middle of the road, nothing too crazy here, but just a good base overall that should provide us with some solid stuff here. And it looks like our research was well engaged for that. So we're going to jump in here, and we have just a handful of crates. I'm going to just go ahead and bop a bunch of these. I think we brought 5 hatchets with us, so we're going to make use of those, just regular hatchets. We should find some pretty solid stuff in this overall, which is nice. So let's go ahead. We'll crack this first one here. We might grab that. We'll come back to that one. Nothing crazy there. We'll take some gas for sure. Okay, not too terrible. This is what we want. Easy peasy. Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna get our zombies here, but that's fantastic actually for us. That's really, really good. I think we're either there or very close to being there in terms of having all of the ATV wheels we need. So that's just wonderful. Essentially 2 raids and we'll have gotten there. Now the nice part is too, if we decide to, we're obviously going to continue to raid, but if we come across these here in the future, the nice part ends up being is that these will turn into steel for us when we break them down. So you can still find some value with that as well. I'm going to go ahead and just use this up. Drop the gas in. I don't think that's probably going to be I'll say overall the best thing that we'll find in terms of grabbing some stuff, but we do grab some good materials here. I do need a ton of this. We'll grab some of this. So this is one that will look, there's another wheel for us. This will be one that I look at actually probably going ahead and knocking out and getting the reset. And we'll probably do it here. I think that makes the most sense. Hit a little bit of life. Trying to use up some of our smaller weapons. All right, I think I'm good here, actually. I'm going to let this guy kill me. We're going to do the suicide trick here. I've got the chopper filled up. He's at a low health. He's at 2. Yeah, chopper's filled up. We're looking good here, so I'm going to let him pop me. Ooh, we die. We'll revive. Come back to the base. Now, one thing that would help us immensely is if we were able to have our chopper leveled up to have an additional few spots of storage. We're still working on that. We haven't seen any additional storage here recently, and we haven't. It's kind of hit or miss. Since we've been able to get it decently well leveled up, I haven't, spent a ton of time running back and forth, but I think we're going to be pretty well set with this. All right, so we got one more, so we're very close. We'll maybe be one off unless we find an additional one when we get back to this base. So now from this point, we're going to hop back. And you can always tell this trick is going to work if the raiders haven't shown up, which they have not, because they will not show up until the base goes away. So we can't die again, but our base is still here. We essentially were able to get, call it 5 additional slots out, which is fantastic for us. So I'm really happy about that. And we're going to have some successful here first raids as long as we play this smart. I don't think we'll get anywhere close to getting to all the way max level of noise. So that is another nice thing. And then really with this big guy, he's probably chasing us around in circles. So he's going to let us grab our stuff back here, which is also very nice. Whip, whip. I can do it. Okay, how about we just pop you? There we go. All right. Good to go. Take all. We'll swap these really fast. Put that here. There we go. And we are back in business. Now, what I will do with this is I will just go ahead. I think I'll just take the bricks here. That just saves us some time. That's just a time saver for us. Maybe not the most valuable thing because it is a really easy thing to farm, but we do need them. So that's okay. I do want to grab that. That feels pretty good. Grab this maybe. Feels pretty good. Let's see what else we got here. We got one more chest. I definitely want these and this. Gosh, my nose is itching. I'm gonna take these, I think, over that. Probably these and probably this for the time being. I think we got one more chest, but we'll go ahead. Ooh, that's kind of nice, actually. Charcoal, though, is pretty easy for us to make. Oh, no. We ran out. Now, was there any stone? Yes. All right, so what we can do here, this will actually probably cost us a little bit. That does take a little bit of noise whenever you craft anything in the base. Oh, that's fantastic. It's really fantastic. Okay, now we got some decisions to make here. I think we just go ahead. I think we could pretty comfortably break most of these down. I'm gonna use our machete here just to deal with these guys a little bit faster. We do have our full heal, so we'll get that rocking and rolling. Okay. See if we finish this off. How about we kill this small guy first? Lost our armor. That's gonna happen pretty typically for us. Sometimes you can find raids where you'll get your armor back. Haven't yet to see one of those. But now, the nice part about this is that this frees us up here. Oh, that's really good too. We need a lot of this. Beautiful. All right, I'm good with destroying things. I think we're well positioned here. So let's take a look and see what else are we gonna want. I could probably be okay with getting rid of that for this, and a tire for this. The one thing I'm thinking about is just this one oak log isn't great. It's not that fantastic, but let's go ahead and take a look to see just what else can we top up on here. Nothing there's sticking out to me. Be super valuable. I feel like this was another really solid raid here for us at the rip. I'm thinking we're good. Thinking we are pretty good. That's some great materials. We get some of our oak back. Oak planks back, which is really nice. We need those. We're gonna grab, some good materials. Coupons. We get some springs. That's really helpful. Again, the biggest thing here for us is going to be the fact that we picked up even more ATV. We'll need one more ATV wheel when this all wraps up. Grab a whole bunch of stone bricks here, which is also nice. That's going to help us with our floors and getting that stuff done. And I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it there. I'm going to say that's good. We were able to utilize our suicide trick here a little bit to our best benefit. And the nice part, too, is this didn't take us a whole lot. We were able to do that revenge raid, then hit this one. We have 2 days on the timer, and we're going to jump immediately in to go in and trying to grab our third base. All right, we'll get our third raid. We'll show you what that looks like. We'll see if we can get anything done really quickly. And then, hopefully from that point, it doesn't take us too long to get the rest of the stuff done. Hopefully we get some good tasks that we can knock out relatively quickly. If we can do that, we'll be in really, really good shape for keeping and getting revenge raids. I feel like from that point we'll be really well positioned. So I can actually go ahead. Can't upgrade this yet, and I'm glad I didn't accidentally do that, because I'd have been mad at myself, because we need to get our exterior wall built up here. I always try to run through there, and I never can. I feel like I should be able to. All right, I'm gonna get this all organized down here real quick. Drop these in here, that's fine. Drop these off, that's fine. Looking mighty good. Put a couple more springs in. Nice. Now we just need factory parts here, and we are set for that, which is super awesome. I am pretty stoked about that. Plenty of stone. All right, our raiders are back here. Let's go ahead. Queue up a couple of spears. This should take care of it. Boom. Seems true. We only needed one this time. So we got 3 reputation points. I'm just going to give them all of these. I don't know if this will escalate our reputation up, but we're going to give it a go. Let's share that. Boom. Deal. Thank you, sir. Much obliged. And let's attack some more bases. Let's get right into that. We are in business here. This has been great. This has been a really, really good start to the raid. We haven't used any C4 yet, which is also good. We do have plenty of them whenever we stumble across a base that does require it. We are looking really good. Let's get our other ATV wheel dropped in here. We'll let the raiders spawn in. They take usually a few seconds. We're 1 ATV wheel away, and we've got that knocked out. I'm actually just like super, super stoked about that part. I thought that this was going to be more of a grind, because you don't, in these bases, I would say you see ATV wheels pretty consistently. It's not like it's, the rarest thing ever, but it's also not, people were breaking them down using the recycler and things like that. So I don't see them a ton either always. That is really nice. Let's see what we got. All right, we need to get another C4. Gosh dang it. We need to put another Black Captain's card in. We need to go to the bunker and destroy 5 turrets. Now, this one we can absolutely do. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could go clear 4th floor. Yeah, we did queue up hard mode, though. That's going to be a little tough. 52 Mike, this is Limestone Spires. And then we need to raise 3 pups to adult dogs. All right, so let's do the dogs right now. And I think the hardest one for us here isn't going to be doing the blue card. It's going to be if Blackport PD has a reset, and it's probably has not, and is not close to resetting either. I'm just going to do this. Not going to breed these guys yet because we do have the dog breeder event coming up. Food's basically gone here in 11 minutes. All right, so let's take another look at this. I could run over, and I can definitely do the turrets. The turrets we can do. Turrets we can do. The C4 is done. We could find that. We grab that really quick. 52. Well, 52 Mike. Now, here's the thing. Again, Limestone Spires takes a little bit of time to get there, but what I will end up doing is just bringing a whole bunch of pickaxes. And what I like to do for this is just run between cliffs and spires back and forth until we queue up 52 Mike. We've had good luck with finding them. Again, Deadface was pretty quick, so we'll just focus on running that back and forth. We got 3 additional reputation here, so it looks like 3 reputation every time we do a raid to get that leveled up, so that's not too bad. It looks like it didn't, boosting it up didn't really matter. We just got the 3 points. It's going to be the captain's card here. It's going to slow us down. I think I still have like 2 days left on Blackport PD, which is really unfortunate. I have a day and 12 hours. So here's what we really need to have happen. I'm going to go. I have some energy left. I'm going to run over. I'm going to do my commune trials. I'm going to keep working towards grabbing our ATV transmission. So I'm going to go knock this out. I'm going to run back. From that point, I'm then going to walk over to Limestone Spires. And my hope is that when I come equipped to do this, again, we'll bounce between Limestone Spires, run back and forth to cliffs until we get 52 Mike. Once we get that, what I'm really hoping I can do is I can head back here and get another revenge raid. That's my hope. Again, see, we have 22 hours on this. I don't really want to spend the resources at the moment to try to knock out, because we had to do the blind one. I don't really want to go knock this out on hard mode, because we have to get decently far into the 4th floor in order to get enough turrets. And we have to destroy the bigger turrets, which is just more of a resource grind. So I'm going to try to probably wait. We're going to tick it. We'll end up probably ticking about a day off. There's a world in which we refresh this. I'm going to see if we can get, in the next 24 hours, if we can get a revenge raid. Because what that will then do is keep us at 2 skulls. Have this reset. This will be much closer. And then hopefully at that point, then we can go do what we need to do here and knock that out. So I think that's the plan. I do need to go do some port lab here too. I'm going to go do this probably right now. So I'm going to wrap this up here. This was kind of a weird episode for me to put together because we jumped around a handful of times, but I hope this was really good and helpful for you in terms of understanding raids a little bit better. You're seeing the goal here of what we're trying to do, which is to queue up those revenge raids. That part is really, really important. That's going to help us to get extra raids, extra opportunities for bases, and then keep that skull timer up as high as we can. The goal is to get it to 4 and then keep it at 4. As best we can, keep it at 4. That way we're cycling and continuing to see the revenge raids, and hopefully we can do that and keep our base relatively safe here at the same moment. So I'm going to look to see. I think I am a few oak off. Nope, I am good. So we are back. We are full up, back to full stone all the way around. And we are ready. We're ready for another revenge raid. So hopefully we can queue that up. Nice progress. We're grabbing some good stuff. Really excited about that. It's been this is where raids become so helpful. When you're prepared and you have the capability of taking these down, they become so helpful for you. You're gonna see some nice, we can actually probably drop in some additional floors here if we wanted to do that. And I am going to do that. Boom. We are just knocking it out. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're gonna have full stone floors here before you know it. And like I said, get our other perimeter set and then start working towards our interior stone perimeter. Be really nice. It's really good. Very excited about that. Very excited. So thank you so much. I'm going to close it out. Raids. We're going to be definitely doing more raids. There is going to be a good portion of them once we get things rolling. If we find a really cool base, we'll make sure to share it with y'all. Other than that, we might just do some stuff and we'll just kind of update you as we go. Lots more for us to jump into. Some other things that we're still working on grinding, and lots of focus going to be put towards that. So flash some socials, like, comment, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button for me. Trying to get to 10K for the year before the year is out. Got a couple of months left. Growth in the channel has been absolutely awesome. So if you've been here for a while or you're just tuning in, thank you so very much for the support. Spend a few minutes of your day with me. We have some links in the description if you want to join our Discord. That's continuing to grow. Got a Last Day on Earth playlist. That pulls all of the official updates from the Last Day on Earth Discord. So if you want to stay up to date with the game, that's a great way to do it. Also, you can jump in there, post your raids, show us some cool stuff that you're doing, and just chat about the game as well. Links also in the description if you want to check out our other channels. Got our main channel, which is a different gaming channel like Main Games, a lot of Escape from Tarkov, and a few others. In addition to that, though, we moved all of our Magic content over to our AGG MTG channel. So we'd really appreciate if you could stop over there, hit that sub button for us. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs on that channel. That's the first big milestone. Opens up a whole lot of opportunities for us on that channel. So we would really appreciate that. And if you enjoyed the content, that's where it will be going forward. So thanks again. Have a fantastic day. Get some raids in yourself if you can. And we'll see ya here real soon. Peace.